Welcome back to Rare Lincoln Penny Coin, the ultimate channel where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding right inside your pocket change. If you think a penny is just 1 cent, think again. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1982 Lincoln cent, a humble penny that could secretly be worth hundreds of dollars, sometimes even $787.99 or more if you know what to look for. In this video, we're not just scratching the surface. We are going deep into the history, varieties, errors, and real market values of the 1982 penny. By the end of this full guide, you will know exactly how to identify rare coins, how much they are worth today, and why collectors go crazy for certain 1982 Lincoln cents. The birth of the 1982 Lincoln cent. The year 1982 was a turning point in U.S. coinage history. For over 2 decades, Lincoln cents had been made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving them a heavier feel and a higher intrinsic metal value. But in the early 1980s, rising copper prices made it too expensive for the U.S. Mint to continue producing pennies with that composition. As a result, 1982 became a transition year. Midway through the year, the Mint switched to a new composition, a zinc core with a thin copper coating, drastically reducing the penny's weight and production cost. This major change resulted in multiple varieties of the 1982 penny, and that's where the treasure hunt begins. The Great Transition, copper versus zinc. One of the most important things collectors look for in 1982 cents is the metal composition. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 grams, zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. The U.S. Mint struck both compositions in 1982, and they were released into circulation. That means some 1982 pennies are copper and some are zinc, and knowing which one you have can make a huge difference in value. A quick tip: you can easily check this using a digital scale. If your 1982 penny weighs 3.11 g, it's copper. If it's 2.5 g, it's zinc. But the real value comes when we combine metal composition with the next factor, the date style. Small date versus large date. Another key factor in identifying rare 1982 pennies is the date style. There are 2 main types, small date and large date. Large date, the numbers, especially the 8 and 2, are taller and more rounded. Small date, the 8 and 2, are slimmer, and the top of the 2 aligns almost perfectly with the 1 and 9. The combination of composition and date style gives us a total of 7 different 1982 varieties, and one of them is among the rarest modern U.S. coins ever found. All 7 varieties of the 1982 PNNY. Here are the official 7 varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Each of these exists, and each can have its own collector value. But the story doesn't end here. There is an 8th variety, known as the 1982 D small date copper, which was never supposed to exist. The legendary 1982 D small date COPPR. This is where things get exciting. Officially, the Denver Mint never struck a small date copper cent in 1982. But in 2016, a collector discovered a genuine 1982 D small date copper penny, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist. Since then, only a few have been confirmed. This ultra-rare penny can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. One example sold for over $18,000 at auction. Even circulated examples are worth serious money. If you ever find one of these, you're looking at one of the holy grails of modern U.S. coin collecting. Why the 1982 D small date copper is so rare. How could such a coin exist if it wasn't supposed to? Experts believe that a few leftover copper planchets, coin blanks, from earlier in the year accidentally made their way into the presses at the Denver Mint during production of the small date cents. These rare mistakes slipped through quality control and entered circulation, creating one of the rarest pennies in modern times. Other rare errors. Look far beyond the standard varieties. 1982 Lincoln cents are famous for their error coins. These minting mistakes can multiply the value of a penny many times over. Some of the most valuable errors include double die obverse doubling in the date or lettering. Center strikes part of the design is missing because the coin was misaligned, blockage errors, mirror image impressions on one side, wrong planchet strikes, coin struck on a dime or foreign planchet. Some of these errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Market values today. Now let's talk about the current market values for 1982 Lincoln cents. Prices vary depending on condition, composition, and rarity. Here's a general guide: common zinc cents 1 cent, $0.10 copper cents in uncirculated condition, 25 cents, $1.501982 small date copper in MS 65 $5, $1.151982 D small date zinc in MS 65 $15, $3.01982 D small date copper $10,000, $20,000 plus rare errors $50 to $787.99 or more depending on type and condition. Collectors are paying strong premiums in 2025, especially for high-grade coins and verified errors. How to check your pennies. If you want to search for valuable 1982 pennies, here's a simple process: sort your 1982 pennies by mint mark, look for both weigh each coin, separate copper, check the date style, identify small versus large date using a magnifier, inspect for errors, look closely for doubling, centers, or planchet issues, grade the coin. Condition is crucial: the higher the grade, the higher the value. Grading and value. Boost coin grading is the process of evaluating a coin's condition on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state. A coin with no scratches, sharp details, and original luster can be worth 10x more than the same coin in worn condition. Submitting rare finds to grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and significantly increase its market value. Auction HIGHLIGHTS. Over the years, 1982 pennies have surprised collectors at auctions. A 1982 D small date copper penny sold for $18,800 in a private sale. A 1982 small date zinc error coin sold for over $1,000. Center errors and double die examples frequently sell for $200 to $800, with some reaching $787.99 or more. These real-world results prove that 1982 pennies are not just pocket change, they're hidden treasures. How to sell your rare pennies. If you believe you found a valuable penny, don't rush to spend it. Instead, take clear, close-up photos of both sides, weigh and measure it, consider professional grading, list it on reputable auction sites or visit a coin dealer. Remember, authenticated rare coins always fetch higher prices. Common mistakes to avoid. Many beginners make the mistake of cleaning coins. Never do this. Cleaning can destroy a coin's value instantly. Also, beware of altered coins or fakes. Always verify with weight, metal composition, and professional opinions before declaring a coin as rare. Conclusion: treasure in your pocket. So there you have it, the full story of the 1982 Lincoln cent, one of the most fascinating coins in American history. From its historic transition from copper to zinc, to the ultra-rare 1982 D small date copper worth thousands, this little penny proves that treasure can truly be hiding in plain sight. Next time you come across a 1982 penny, don't just toss it aside. Weigh it, inspect it, and you might discover a coin worth $787.99 or far more. And remember, here at Rare Lincoln Penny Coin, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos on rare coins, history, and hidden value, hit the like button, subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coin, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Your next big find might be just one penny away. Today, we dive deep into one of the most fascinating coins ever minted, the 2001 Lincoln penny. Most people see it as just 1 cent, but coin collectors and numismatists know it can be worth much more, even up to $787.99 or more in the right condition. In this video, we'll explore the incredible history of the Lincoln cent, the story behind the 2001 penny, its minting secrets, error varieties, grading, market demand, and how you might already have a rare treasure sitting right in your coin jar. Origins of the Lincoln CNT. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over more than a century, the Lincoln penny has seen many design changes and special editions, but it remains a beloved coin around the world. The 2001 Lincoln cent continues this historic tradition, connecting the past to the present. The 2001 penny YITMATTRS. While it might seem like just another modern coin, the 2001 Lincoln penny is actually an important part of the series. Struck at both the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D, mints, these coins were produced in the billions. However, among those billions are rare varieties, errors, and high-grade examples that make them valuable. That's why collectors around the world search through their change hoping to discover a rare 2001 cent worth hundreds of dollars. Composition and design details. The 2001 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, used from 1959 until 2008. It features Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing 2.5 grams. Despite its common appearance, small variations in strike, minting quality, or errors can transform this coin into a valuable collectible. Mint locations and MNTAGS. Billions of 2001 pennies were minted, with Philadelphia and Denver producing the majority. The Philadelphia mint struck over 5 billion coins, while Denver produced around 5.4 billion. Even with such large numbers, rare examples still exist, especially those with minting errors, proof strikes, or pristine conditions graded by professional services. Error pennies. The golden tickets. Some of the most valuable 2001 Lincoln pennies are those with striking errors. These include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, and planchet errors. A double die obverse or reverse error can drastically increase a coin's value. Even small anomalies can make collectors pay hundreds for a single coin. If you find an error penny in uncirculated condition, you could be holding a small fortune. Grading. How condition affects value. Condition is everything in the coin collecting world. A 2001 penny in heavily circulated condition might be worth face value, but one in mint state, MS, condition can reach much higher prices. Coins graded MS 65 or above are especially desirable. The difference between a worn penny and a flawless uncirculated example could mean the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of dollars. Market value and price trends. As of today, collectors have paid up to $787.99 for rare 2001 Lincoln pennies with exceptional condition or errors. Regular circulated coins are usually worth face value, but uncirculated examples and rare varieties are always in high demand. Online auctions and coin shows often feature bidding wars over these coins, proving that the 2001 penny remains a favorite among enthusiasts. How to identify a valuable 2001 PNNY. When searching your coins, look closely at the details. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, mint mark, and features on both sides. Check for doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's profile, examine the rim for off-center strikes, and note any unusual shapes or marks. If you suspect your penny might be rare, consider sending it to a grading service for professional evaluation. Auction records and collector stories. Some of the most exciting stories in numismatics come from people who discover valuable coins in everyday places. A 2001 penny with a rare error sold for nearly $800 at auction. Others have sold for hundreds in certified mint state condition. These stories remind us that treasure might be hiding in plain sight. How to store and protect your PNNES. If you find a potentially valuable penny, proper storage is essential. Use coin holders, flips, or albums to protect your coins from damage. Avoid cleaning them, as this can decrease their value. Keeping your coins safe ensures they retain their worth for years to come. Building a collectible and collecting Lincoln pennies can be a rewarding hobby and even a smart investment. Start by searching through pocket change, rolls of coins, or visiting local coin shows. Over time, you can build a collection that tells the story of America's history and holds real monetary value. Common misconceptions about penny value. Many people believe modern pennies aren't worth collecting, but that's far from the truth. Even coins minted in the 2000s can be rare and valuable if they have the right qualities. Don't dismiss a coin just because it looks ordinary. The most valuable coins often do. The future of the 2001 Lincoln PNNY. The 2001 penny remains a fascinating piece of modern numismatic history. As time passes, fewer pristine examples will be available, driving their value higher. Collectors and investors continue to watch the market closely, and as demand grows, the price of rare 2001 pennies is likely to rise even more. Conclusion and call to action. And there you have it, the complete story of the 2001 Lincoln penny, from its historic origins to its potential value today. A coin worth 1 cent could be worth $787.99 or even more in the right circumstances. Check your coins carefully, learn about errors and grading, and you might just discover a treasure hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coin and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Share this with other coin enthusiasts, and let's grow our community of collectors together. Remember, every penny tells a story, and yours might just be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet highly collectible modern coins, the 2008 Lincoln cent. This humble penny might be sitting in your pocket change right now, but what if I told you it could be worth up to $787.97 or even more depending on its condition, errors, and rarity? Yes, that's true, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how, why, and where to look for this valuable coin. The beginning of the Lincoln cent. To understand why the 2008 penny is special, we need to rewind over a century back to 1909. That was the year the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Victor David Brenner designed it with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and 2 wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny evolved, but its purpose remained the same, a small coin with a big legacy. Transformation to the memorial anniversary in 1959, on Lincoln's 150th birthday, the coin got its first major redesign. The famous wheat reverse was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design, created by Frank Gasparo. This reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial building, and if you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside. This design stayed on the penny for 50 years, becoming one of the most widely used coins in American history, and the 2008 penny is one of the last in this long chapter. Why 2008 ISSPCAL? The year 2008 is historically significant because it was the final full year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design. In 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday with 4 special reverse designs showing scenes from his life. That means 2008 pennies mark the end of an era, and collectors love last year coins. The 2008 is particularly sought after because it was minted at the Denver Mint, and some of these coins are known for being struck sharply with high-quality details, making them valuable in top condition. Mintage and rarity details. The 2008 Lincoln cent had a mintage of 2.84 billion coins, which sounds like a lot, but here's the catch: the vast majority are in circulation, worn out, or damaged. Finding a pristine, uncirculated coin, especially one graded MS67 or higher, is extremely rare. And in the coin world, rarity plus condition equals value. That's why collectors are willing to pay big money for top-graded examples. How much is a 2008 penny worth? Now let's talk money, the part you've been waiting for. A normal, circulated 2008 penny is worth 1 cent, but uncirculated examples can sell for $5 to $20. But the real money is in high-grade coins. A 2008 penny graded MS67 Red, RD, by PCGS or NGC has sold for $250 to $400. And the record auction price for a pristine MS-68 RD example reached a staggering $787.97. That's nearly $800 for a single penny, proof that condition is everything. Red, red-brown, and brown grads. When grading copper coins like the Lincoln cent, color plays a big role in value. There are three main designations: older, darker coins with most of the original red gone. A mix of red and brown, more desirable, red, RD, brilliant red luster, often uncirculated, and the most valuable. A 2008 D in MS-68 red is what brought that nearly $800 price tag, so always check the color before you sell or submit for grading. Key error varieties. To watch for some 2008 D Lincoln cents are worth even more due to mint errors. These mistakes make coins unique and highly collectible. Watch out for double die obverse, extra doubling on the date or lettering, center strike, part of the design missing because it was struck off center. BAE error, a die break between the letters B and E in Liberty. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or missing chunks from broken dies. Even small errors can raise a penny's value from a few dollars to hundreds. How to identify a valuable 2008 D PNNY. If you're hunting through pocket change, coin rolls, or old jars, here's what to look for: sharp, full details on Lincoln's hair and beard, strong strike with no major scratches or wear, bright red luster with original mint shine. No spots, corrosion, or discoloration. Any signs of doubling or striking errors, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect coins carefully. Sometimes the difference between a $1 coin and a $700 coin is something only visible under magnification. How to store and protect your PNNs. Proper storage is key to preserving a coin's value. Keep your 2008 D pennies in 2x2 flips, airtight capsules, or archival safe coin albums. Avoid touching them with bare hands. Oils from your fingers can cause spots and reduce value. A clean, dry environment away from humidity will keep your coins looking mint fresh for years. How to get your coin graded. If you think you have a valuable 2008 D penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. They will authenticate the coin, assign a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder. Coins with certified grades above MS-66 RD can sell for hundreds, and the slabbed holder gives buyers confidence in its authenticity and value. Where to sell a high-value Lincoln PNNY. Once you've confirmed your coin's grade and rarity, you can sell it through major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, online marketplaces such as eBay, local coin shops, or coin shows. Always compare offers and do your research before selling. Some collectors specialize in modern Lincoln cents and might pay top dollar. Historical impact of the 2008 D CNT. The 2008 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a time capsule. It represents the final chapter of the Lincoln Memorial reverse before the monumental 2009 bicentennial redesign. It's also part of the broader story of America's changing currency, where rising copper prices and shifting minting techniques turned a simple cent into a collectible artifact. Future value and investment potential. Many experts believe that coins like the 2008 D, especially in top grades or with rare errors, will only become more valuable as time goes on. As more coins disappear into collections and circulation wear increases, pristine examples will become harder to find, driving demand and prices higher. Buying, saving, and holding on to these pennies could be a smart move for future collectors and investors alike. Final words and call to ACTO. And so there you have it, the full story of the 2008 D Lincoln cent, a tiny piece of American history that could be worth up to $787.97 or even more. From its roots in 1909 to its status as the final memorial reverse penny, this coin is more than spare change. It's a treasure hiding in plain sight. If you love rare coins, collecting tips, and deep dives into numismatic history, then make sure you subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coin, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And don't forget to check your pocket change, your next penny might just be worth hundreds of dollars.